Okay, so let's specifically talk about self-massage, self-rolling for the feet. In this particular instance, I'm going to do it standing, but you can also do it seated, just depending on how comfortable you want to be or how much pressure you want to give on the foot. You have two options. You can use a newer tennis ball that has some nice give that's not too squishy, or you can use these nice rubber therapy balls that I have here. These are my all-time favorite. This will give you two options. We can start rolling the whole foot with two of them if you have this available, or of course if you have two tennis balls, you can put them in like a sock and try it that way. So we're going to start by just kind of assessing our feet, right? So we're just going to stand here, and I want you to just kind of feel what they feel like on the ground, give you a sense of before. Let's start with rolling the whole foot with two. So I'm going to set the balls on the floor. I'm going to start with my right foot, and I'm going to put a little bit more weight on the left, kind of lift this foot up. I'm going to ease into the bottom of the toes across the therapy balls. I'm going to start to lean into that foot, feeling it out, and just very slowly rolling the balls back towards the heel, nice and slow. Now, if you have plantar fasciitis or have any heel pain, arch pain, start with rolling back towards the heel so that you're not stretching it too much and giving yourself a little irritation, and then very slowly rolling back. So you do that a couple of times, nice and slow. Adjust the pressure as you want to. Lean into that foot, rolling forward. You'll feel it across the arch of the foot, across the outside of the foot, back towards the heel, rolling it all the way until you get to the heel, and then back towards the front. And you can do that 3 or 4 times. Kind of just roll the foot around. It's pretty self-intuitive. So let's adjust to just one. You can obviously do the same thing with one therapy ball, starting in the front of the foot and rolling towards the back. But next I want you to try setting the ball of the foot right about between, say, your big toe and about the 3rd or 4th toe, right? So right at the base of those toes. So you're going to be here on the foot. Ease into that pressure. Allow the toes to relax around the ball. Give that a second or two. And then you're going to go side to side across that ball. So you're rolling the ball across the base of all the toes, kind of separating where those toes hit the base of the foot, right? So we're kind of separating through this area here across the foot. Nice and slow, just back and forth. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll it back just a little bit so that just the big toes on the ball. Give your big toe a stretch back towards yourself. And then roll it forward so it's back on the base of that foot. Give some pressure into it, let the foot roll around it. Now I'm gonna bring the ball to the arch of the foot. Let's go along the big toe arch, right? So get the ball right at the base of the big toe. Give a little pressure into it, nice and slow. Roll that ball across, back across the arch towards the heel of the foot. This one probably is going to give you the most sensations. There's a lot going on in there for me. So we're going to start at the base of the big toe, roll it nice and slow back the arch, back towards the heel, right at that highest point of the arch, nice and slow. And obviously you can lessen the pressure if it feels too much, give more if you feel like you need it. Now you're just going to roll the ball on each individual toe portion of the arch. Right, so go to the second toe, roll it back towards the heel, nice and slow, and then back to the front, and keep going. On each one, you can do it a little quicker like this. You can go really slow if you have sensitive feet or if you're dealing with some plantar issues. I suggest the slower the better. You're just gonna keep rolling back and forth, give yourself some time. Now let's work the heel a little bit. So this time, start with the ball at the heel of the foot. Again, a little bit of pressure. And this one's a little bit tougher to keep it right under the heel, but just really gently press the heel in and rock it side to side, just a teeny bit, so that you're going across the heel of the foot. Now real gently, you can roll it forward onto the back, very back of the heel, and around to the edges, kind of do like a little circle. And that's your footwork. right? So you can roll, it's pretty intuitive. You're just gonna roll, you can roll in a circle like I'm doing now. You can roll it back and forth. If you have some plantar fasciitis issues or just some general arch pain, one of the key things you can do in your rolling, not only going through the things we just did, but if you want to bring the ball to the base of the heel of the foot, so right here on that foot before the arch, and then just go back and forth, that's going to go across that plantar, right? So rather than going just forward and backwards, we're going to go side to side and really work across all of that tissue that's there in the plantar, the fascia layers, some of those areas that might be feeling a little bit irritated. Once you work that out, just one foot, re-stand on both feet. Notice the difference. There can be quite a big difference once you roll out that foot from the other foot. See what you notice in that.